Okay, everybody, we got a service call for a 3-door turbo air. See what we got here. We got turbo air, relatively new. I will put a screenshot of what exactly it is as far as year, or you guys can go to the website yourself. The serial number down there, I believe it's 2017, so it's exactly 3 years old. So it's just out of warranty by like 1 month. Of course, the thing takes a dumper. So at least it's not R290. That's cool. Kind of shocked that it's not, though, because it's only 3 years old. So complaint is it's blowing 50 degrees. It was like 48 degrees yesterday, so 50 degrees today. Health department guy was in here today, and I walked in for lunch, and boom, bada boom, got a job. So, I don't know, the low power thing just came up on my phone. So there's temperature control, analog. Health department guy came in today, was blowing 48, blowing 50 today. So I walked in for lunch and got a job. So anyways, let's check it out. Turbo air. I came in here and the compressor and everything was not running in the back here. So when I got here, evaporator fans were blowing. So let's go from there, see what we got, see what's up. All right, get back to you in a minute. Okay, so what's my guess on what's probably going to be wrong with this? I am guessing, since compressor was not running, evaporator fans only, not frozen up, that it was cold a month ago. It was in storage for 6 months until this restaurant opened. So my guess is it's going to be condensate loop leak, Freon refrigerant leak. Why I say that is because compressor was not running, so could be temperature control, but the temperature control I bet there's enough refrigerant in it for the temperature control. So it shuts off on evap temp. The evap temp is getting, like, half of the evap is getting cold, and it's shutting off on the temperature control, but not cooling the box enough. So that's my guess is going to be either condensate loop or temperature control. So let's see what it is. Okay, a little suggestion for the new guys out there. What I do to make myself life a little bit easier: take a Sharpie, mark where the screens go on, marks so where the screens line up. Label the screens 1, 2, 3, and that's the top. So the top. So when you go to put everything in, also put a little Sharpie around the screws so you know which holes were used. Just makes it a lot easier to throw the thing back together. There's no guesswork. All right, takes 2 seconds. Okay, so compressor is not warm. It is at ambient room temperature, 75 degrees. Between 75 and 80 degrees. Hot gas line leaving the compressor. We do not have a condensate loop, so that's a good thing. Looks like we got a lot of water in this pan though, so that tells me we got ice up. It was maybe froze up. Maybe a door got stuck open or something like that. Maybe we got no problem at all. We'll see. Maybe she was froze up. Condenser fan motor spins fine. Okay, hot gas leaving the compressor. It wasn't condenser. Condenser is clean. Relatively, I can see. You guys can't see, but anyways, I can see my flashlight through it. So I see a lot of light through the condenser. Condenser does not look dirty. That's acceptable for running and testing. For right now, liquid line going out. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. Let's plug it in. Let me turn the temperature control on. Get back to you in a minute. Okay, I have temperature inside the cooler, 69.1 degrees. Let's start up this thing. I turned the temperature control all the way clockwise. And see what we got. See if the compressor works or what. Maybe we got no condenser fan motor. Maybe the compressor's kicking off. We'll see. Let's have a look. Okay. We have compressor. We have condenser fan motor. Hang on, let me turn on the light. Okay. Probably here, compressor's working. We have hot gas that is getting pretty hot. I'm thinking it looks like it was just a freeze up. This hot gas line is getting pretty toasty. Your fan motor's working. Oh, I think it was just a freeze up. Let's see. Thinking it was just a freeze up. Huh. 65.7 degrees. It was 69. Coming down pretty fast. Doors do not self-close. Middle one don't self-close. Right one does not self-close. That's not good. Left one don't self-close. Huh. That's not freaking good. Okay. Wow. What the hell? Are these doors not self-closing? They should be, I would think. Anyways, 62 degrees. It's been only running like a minute. Was it 69? Got thermocouple hanging down right in here. It's hanging in the box. Close the box. Not gonna cool with me opening the door like that. So let's see how long it takes to get down to 63 degrees. I've only been filming here 2 minutes. 69, coming down pretty quick. I'll get back to you. Okay, it's been running 8 minutes. Let me turn on the lights. Sorry. Okay, guys, it's been running 9 minutes. It started out at 69 degrees. So 9 minutes down to 48 degrees, 20 degrees. That's pretty good so far. That's like 2 degrees a minute. So basically, it was basically at 70 before. It's at 50 right now. So 20 degrees in 10 minutes basically. So 2 degrees a minute. So that's all right. And now, usually it slows down about this temperature, and it'll be around a degree every 2 minutes. So let's see where she goes. I get back to you. Okay, so it's been running. Hang on, let me turn off. Okay, it's been running 13 minutes right now, from 69 degrees down to 44. That's not bad, actually. pretty good. And anything under 20 minutes from ambient down to 35-40 degrees I consider pretty good. New boxes will usually do 17 to 21 minutes. They'll get to about 35 degrees. So on most Trues and stuff like that. So this is, I got the stopwatch running right here. It's a minute on the stopwatch since I've been running it. 43 degrees. So far so good. I believe everything. So everything seems to be, but it's still running. Yep, everything's still working. Condenser fan's working. Compressor's hotter than holy shit, that's for sure. Hot gas line is holy shit hot. Liquid line is, I'll get some temperature clamps on there. We'll do a non-invasive test on that. I got a couple of Testos right here. Let's get some temperatures on our hot gas on our liquid line and see what we got. Okay, oh shit, not very good stainless on that. Magnet sticks like a big dog. Yeah, not very good magnet. Yep. Okay. So we can, yeah. Supposed to be stainless, boys. Guess not. Okay, 42 degrees. So far so good. Still here, compressor working. See if I can get into the Testo app here. See if we can get it. One thing I like about Testo is you don't have to freaking log on like these other apps where you, if you're logged out or something like that. Let me turn on the Bluetooth. So I don't think I have the Bluetooth on here. Let's, yeah, Bluetooth. Bluetooth on. Okay. Let's go back and close out the app for a second. Get the clock back going. Okay, got the clock. We're at 41 degrees right now. So far so good. Compressor's still working. Let's go Testo. Smart probes. Let's get some probes lit up. We've got 847. That'll be my 981. Will be my hot gas. We'll do and we'll do the high number for hot gas, and we'll do the lower number for liquid. So 981, 847. Why can I switch those around? I don't know. Be nice. I wonder. Let me see if I can. I want to turn those off for a second and do them the other way. So, all right. 847. So I'm going to turn that off for a minute. So it goes away. There we go. Now if I turn it on, maybe it'll be on the top. Cool. No. I guess it does it by number. I don't know. You guys can let me know. I don't use the. Okay, let's go. Oh, we're at 39. 39 and we're still working. Okay, we're still, everything's running. Okay. See what we got here. Let me do see what we get here in that way of probes. So I'm gonna do the top number. So I'll do the 847. going to be my hot gas. We'll put that on there. Hot gas. Oh, newer liquid. The other one. So here's our non-invasive. Since we have no pressure ports, available. We don't like them leaving that open. That should have been welded closed, my personal opinion. And yeah, this one's also open. Anyway, so alright, so what do we got? Yeah, I'm thinking we're pretty full of refrigerant. 158 degrees, 160 degrees, 99 degree liquid. Ambient in the room, 75. So I would say we are full of refrigerant. That's a full load, 163 on that for hot gas and liquid. So I do not think we got any refrigeration problem. As far as that is concerned. Okay, down to 37 degrees, man, in 20 minutes. The unit was running for 20 minutes. You guys want to see the timer from before? It's 8 minutes, 40 seconds from when I started it before, if you guys were paying attention. I don't know what temperature was at, but anyways, so I set my other timer on my phone for 30 minutes, so I know that I was running for 30 minutes. I got 10 minutes left on my clock, so it's running for 20 minutes. It's around 36.6 degrees. I'm gonna call this thing good, unless temperature control is not shutting off. I doubt that. Only a few years old. Let me back the temperature control back. Ooh, shoot. I hate when I do that. Anyways, I don't think I can get to the temperature control up here. Okay, so let me. We got 36 degrees. Working. $173 degree hot gas, 105 liquid, 75. Room temperature, 73. So 30 over ambient. The liquid line. Okay. 174. Condenser might be a little bit dirty. So we got 35 degrees in the box. Let me see if this thing shuts off. Let me set the temperature control back. And right now it's cranked all the way. And I did not hear anything click off. So, oh, maybe we gotta stuck temperature control. 35 degrees. So I put the thing at, let me turn the, alright, so I put it back at 2.5. It's not shut off. Let me try 2. See if it shuts off. So Temperature control is at 2. Hot gas line tells me compressor is still running. Let's go verify. Yep, everything's still running. So we got a temperature control that does not shut off. That's what we got going on. That's what I would think. It was in storage for 6 months, maybe it just stuck. So we're gonna need a new temperature control. I do not have one on the truck for this turbo air. You have to order one. Or see what I got on the truck. See if I turn it back to 1, if it'll. I cycled it a bunch of times. Maybe if I smack it, maybe it'll work till I can get a new one. Get a big hammer. Let's give it the old Gundy, huh? I'm gonna give it a screwdriver whap. See if the contacts, I can unbreak them. See what we get. Oh. Okay, let me, okay. Yep, 35 degrees, we're still working, so she cools good. Just won't shut off. Let me try going back to 1. Let's see if that helps at all. Nope, 34 degrees, 178 degrees for our hot gas. Tells me the compressor's still running. And it is. Everything's still working. She's set back at number 1. So, it was a freeze up. That's by when we saw all that water in the pan, it tells you it was a freeze up. So, pan being over full like that. Okay, so we definitely need a new temperature control. To see, what are you guys doing to when you come into a turbo air? One of these. See if that does it. Nope. We're still running. Oh, maybe it shut off now. 179, 178. Yeah, maybe it did. Yep, that shut it off. Huh. Okay, so maybe I chance that for a couple days until I can get a control. Where are you guys getting your parts? Turbo air. Yep. See, hot gas line is getting cooler. It's off. Okay, alright. Let me think about what I'm going to do here. Let me check my truck. Okay guys, unit came back on after about 5 minutes. I left the dial set at number 1. So it would come on kind of early and shut off early, you know, like not very cold, so I don't have to wait around for too long. But all right, what do we got? We got, all right, 39 degrees. See if I can put this up on the screen side by side. Let's see if I can. I don't want to do that. Let's see if I can. Hopefully you guys can see that. We got hot gas line 178, liquid 106, and 73, that's the air temperature entering with my 905. That's a little magnet on my 905, sensing just ambient air entering the condenser. So, see what we got. We got 74. See how accurate this thermostat on the wall is. It's off. 72. Or just we got ambient. We got 100 degree air blowing around back there, so I'm sure it's off by a couple degrees. Anyways, compressor fully loaded, 38 degrees. Set it number 1. So let's see if it pulls down and shuts off. That's why I wanted to shut off, because I smacked it. So maybe that should work for a couple of days until I can get the part in. Hopefully I can get the part within like a day or two, 1 or 2 days. Smacking it usually might be able to get by. Just enough to get your part UPS'd in. Definitely don't leave it that way for sure. I'll just stick again. So, or I go and stick a digital in this thing. I'm going to call the customer, see what he wants to do. I prefer to just, if it cuts out, if it doesn't shut off, then I'm going to stick a digital in it from the truck. Get him going, because health department man, I think he's going to be back tomorrow morning. So, we're at 37. 183 hot gas, 107 liquid, 75 ambient. I wonder, does measure quick, can it work? I wonder, will it work? I wonder, will it pull those things in, see what it does. Eh, hell. Freaking, I'm not logged in. And there's no internet here. I don't know if I can even use this thing. Let me try and see if I can get the... That's what I hate about freaking Measure Quick. Gotta always be logged in somewhere, have Wi-Fi or something on. This is just a Wi-Fi pad. It's not a... iPad doesn't have phone on it, so... And I don't know the Wi-Fi password here, so... I'm screwed. Oh, later Measure Quick. Okay. We got run time 27 minutes so far. Okay. Testo. We're still running. 184. Still running. 35 degrees. See if she shuts off above freezing. That's all I care about. Is if it shuts off above 32 degrees. Let's see. We're still running. Shuts off. I'm thinking it should. Let's hope. Well, I'll get back to you. Okay guys, shut off at 31.3 degrees or something like that. It's just a little bit below freezing. It shut off. So that would be okay for a few days. I'm thinking as long as it comes on above, you know, somewhere about 38 degrees. As long as it comes on around 38 degrees or something like that, I would be happy with that, because that way we get about 5 degrees of air defrost. So right now the coil temperature at least is above freezing right now. So we won't build ice. Only when you're down below freezing will you build ice. Well, no, evaporators, these evaps run 20 degrees or less all the time, so they're always building ice. That's why the compressors have to be powerful enough. That's why in refrigeration you want to get to temperature as quick as possible, so you build the least amount of ice on the evaporator as possible. You want to rip it down as quick as possible, and that way in your off cycle you don't have much ice to drop off of the coil. So we're at 35, we're still off, which is good. Let me just make sure that hopefully that we're off. I want to be off for at least 5 minutes. I don't like compressors bouncing on and off again less than 5 minutes. So let me set my timer. Let's set the timer to, let's reset our timer, stop. So let's stop, let's do it, actually, we can go back to that, we can start. Timer, we do 5 minutes on the timer. Maybe it's been about a minute already, so let me go to 4 minutes. Let's make sure we're off for 4 minutes before she comes back on. So, all right, so we're still off. As long as it cycles, I'll be happy. I'll get a new temperature control ordered tomorrow, and hopefully it should be here in a day. Usually I get my UPS stuff within a day, commercially out here. I don't believe any supply houses around here have a turbo air control. If you guys have been getting your turbo air temperature controls, where have you been getting them? Does Allied, United, Johnstone, any of them stock the turbo air control that you know of? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate it. Thanks. So we've been off. We're still off, which is good. Let me turn the light on. I'll get back to you. Okay, so box is at 37. It's still off. Temperature's not rising, so which is good. That means the box is tight. Don't have any leaks. So 38 degrees, and we have 36 seconds left till 5 minutes is up. So it hasn't started yet. Let me turn on the light. Okay, so the light's on, unit's still off. So we got 10 seconds till 5 minutes is up, so. And the temperature inside the box is, okay, so we're okay there. So let's restart. Another 4 minutes. Actually, I'm just gonna go back to another 10. Should be starting here within 10 minutes, I would think. So we're at 38, 39 degrees, so I want it to definitely start up before it gets to be 42 degrees. We want to start up when it's 39, 40 degrees, preferably. So we got we got 39.4. We're getting close to where it hopefully will cut in, being it should be a constant cutting control. about probably 40 degrees, either 39 or 40. Temperature is 40.4, so I'll have to come on fairly soon. Hopefully, so she shut off at 31, which is not terrible. Would like it to shut off at like 33 at the lowest, but effective temperature control, so are just worn out. It's a 16 amp control, it looks like, so it's using full current across that temperature control all the time, which is not the greatest thing in the world at all. Should be using a relay. Just use the temperature control to make and break the relay coil. Definitely don't like using full compressor amps, because that's a half horse compressor. I'm betting pretty damn close. It's got to be running 8 amps or something. What do you got? 6 or 7, I think it says, or something there. I can't read it from here. 5.24 or something, does it say? Or don't my glasses on. What's that say? 6.24? Hey, 4440. So that thing's gonna draw 7 times startup inrush on that compressor. That's 35 amps across that control occasionally, so that's no good in my opinion. So thinking it's not going to come on. The box has got to be coming up there. Yeah, we're too high in the box, 42.3. That's not good. So the control's definitely basura. Definitely got some off cycle to do air defrost. Can't be above 41 though for health department. Okay, it's on. That growling noise is the unit next to me, not this one. So it just came on with 4 minutes. Okay, so 43 came on. So all right, so it's turning off about 31 and turning on at 43. Definitely out of range. Only a couple degrees in both, but at least it works. And that will work for a few days until I get the part. All right, let me get on the horn with the customer and make sure it cuts out again. As long as it cuts out again, I'll get the damn part ordered or see what he wants to do. I'll check my truck for an ink bird. See if we can go ink bird on this. Go ink it crazy. Alright, so let me reset the timer here, and I'll go 30 minutes. Or actually, let me go to stopwatch, and we'll stop, we'll reset. Let's see how long it takes to, or how long it runs and shuts off. We're down to 39 already, but it's an empty box, so let's see if it shuts off. Well, 38 point, so basically 39 degrees, and we are 39, 40 seconds in. I'll get back to you guys when I hear it shut off. Okay, running 8 minutes, 36 seconds. Still working, it just shut off. Okay, 30 degrees, so 31 degrees, so a couple degrees below freezing. So definitely it's not cool. Let me talk to the customer. At least it's shutting off. So it's consistent, it's shutting off, but it's gonna freeze up maybe. Probably freeze up running that cold, so might get him by for a few days. We'll have to see what he wants to do. Health department guy's gonna be coming back though, I think tomorrow morning. So maybe I need to make it perfect tonight and do the ink bird thing on it. So that's the way I'm leaning. Let me call a customer and see what he wants to do. Okay, so we're gonna go ink bird-itis. The customer wants it fixed tonight, preferably, because we don't know with COVID if we can even get the part, or it's just better to get it done, you know. That way, I think it's a better idea too. Just get rid of the damn analog in there and just set it up, get her done, and hopefully I'm going to put a relay with it too. So then if anything just goes wrong, I just replace the thermocouple, hopefully, you know, and be done with it. Get that temperature control, the original one, out of the cold and moist environment in there. Put this in the back. I'm going to put this in the back by the compressor. So it's in the ambient room temperature area. Okay, let's see if it'll fit in this hole. Use these things. This box has been sitting in my truck for a while, so just throw this thing in there. Not exactly perfectly right, but I think it'll work for tonight. Okay, so this is a relay that I'm going to use. This will take the load off the compressor, off the Inkbird contacts. Inkbird contacts, I believe, are only good for 10 amps. That control was good for 16 amps, so I definitely don't want to be pulling the startup on that AE4440 on this thing. It would definitely not last. So you definitely, this relay, at least it'll last probably 3 to 5 years, and probably have to change out the relay again. You just go through relays. If you put a bigger relay, it would last 5 to 10 years. Put a 40 amp relay on it or something, contactor, be good to go for a long time. Okay, so that cover right there is this bag. Let me try. Should be able to. I think it's a 808C, I guess, maybe. This Hubble Racco 9983 for the last on the barcode. I think that's, so if that works, we'll have to see if this works. I think, yeah, it'll work like the other one I did. Hang on, let me put the light on. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have to file it out like I did the other one. I think these things are made for electrical outlets, for the square electrical outlets or GFIs. So yeah, I'll just file that out a little bit. That'll be fine. Works, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I'm going to be putting a digital temperature controller, converting this from analog to digital. How you do it is you take a piece of wire, and I'm going to be mounting the digital back here. So you take a piece of wire and just stick it up in that hole so you can fish the thermocouple down. And the thermocouple from an Inkbird fits in the hole where the capillary tubing from the old analog temperature control fits in the evaporator. So you just stick the sensor in where the analog control came out of, and there's your green wire. You reach your hand in the hole, grab it. I'm just going to duct tape it to it and just pull it back down through. Okay, so I got the wire going in there. Let me see if we can stick this in the hole. There's where, yeah, there's where it's gonna go back down through. There's the couple wire right here. So hopefully just pull it from here. Hopefully. There we go. It's not a very, it doesn't look like very short run. It's probably only like that much, like a few inches, like 3 or 4 inches of worth of run up here. Because I just stuck that thing in the hole and it came out right away. So then just pull it down, and you know, I don't want to pull it out of the hole, so I gotta see how much, I gotta see if I could secure it. I want to wire tie the thermistor up there if I could, in a good easy place. And this is the standard thermistor that comes with the Inkbird, so it should be long enough to go in the controller I'm going to put right here. That's cool. Okay, so remove the old temperature control right here. This is what it looks like back here. This is the part they had going into the evaporator. The capillary tube sensing bulb part. There's your connections that those went onto. The red ones went onto there. The green one went on the ground. So anyways, this thing was sticking, going too cold. Even at setting number 1, it went to 31 degrees, the box, so definitely ain't no good. 3 years old, almost to the month. 1 month over 3 years old on the ship date. So it didn't last very long. Piece of junk control. Alright, so let me, let me see if I can put the camera on let me put the lamp on, see if I can. Okay, so let me put this in the hole so you can see what I did. Okay, so I put the temperature sensor, the thermistor, in the hole in the evaporator there, and just wire tied it to the black electrical thing and went down through the white hole down there. And I'm just going to put the red wires, I'm just going to Wago them together, and that'll be that. Do all the other stuff on the other side, on the back side. Okay, so we got this relay, 120 volt coil. Okay, so good for 30 amps, 120 volt. Okay, 0 and 1 is the coil, and 4 and 6 is a set of contacts. Okay, so 4 and 6 is the set of contacts. There's your 4 and 6. There's your 0 and your 1. So 0 and 1 is your coil. So that's where your coil gets energized. That's your set of contacts. Okay. Okay. I just installed the new Inkbird digital temperature controller and the Turbo Air. MST-72-30 Turbo Air, 3 years old, temperature controlled, died, stuck. So anyhow, this is how I did it. Put Omron relay in the back there. Used like a joist hanger box, I think this is called. 4x4 box. Had to cut the back out of this one. It wasn't deep enough. It was the only one I had in the truck. I've got to pre-make these things and get deeper boxes. But I just had to do this. I didn't want to go to Home Depot, so I just cut the back out of the box. I don't know if you can see here. I'm not gonna. Anyways, and okay, so there's the controller in the box. It's all set, it works good. Set point I'm doing is 20 degree set point with a 17 degree differential, which will bring it 20 degree evaporator. The evaporator turns off 20 degrees, and then 37 degrees. When an evaporator hits 37 degrees, the box is 41 in the box. So the evaporator is 5 degrees above freezing, so we should be air defrosted enough. If not, I can put a defrost clock on it for do a nighttime defrost on it if I need to. But I don't think I should have to. Hopefully not. Anyways, this is how I did it. All I did is I took the temperature control out of inside the box. Just the 2 wires. This red wire goes up to the box inside up into the temperature control. So I just butt connected, or used a Wago rather, and put the wires together. So it's just basically jumping out the temperature control. Left the temperature control in there. Just as a dummy temperature control. I like leaving dummy temperature controls in boxes so people can turn them all they want and they do nothing and they're none the wiser. So keeps the people from meddling, gives them something to turn. Anyways, so all I did is I split this unit. Already had Wagos on it. These Wagos, these older style Wagos, these ones. And these are my style, or the 221 series is the series that I'm using, the flat ones. These roundy ones are the ones that came on this Turbo Air. So it's the first time I've seen Wagos being used on a Turbo Air. So, I guess they're under there too. You can see them under there. So check that out. Anyways, so like I said, all I did was break this red wire because it's the one that goes up to temperature control. So this is like just breaking the temperature control. So I put this red wire on the set of contacts over there. The bottom two wires are the set of contacts on that control, on that relay, and the black wire is the other wire that goes, because I broke this red wire, the red wire goes over there and the black wire comes back. So that just, when the relay makes, it's just like the temperature control making. So, and then I just ran a common, a neutral on the coil up there. Just ran a neutral back here to the neutrals, all the whites, the neutrals. So I just ran a neutral over there, which is this wire right here, the white, white going over there. And then this is just power. The black is power here, white's your neutral, green's your ground, obviously. And so this cord, this 16.3 SO cord is basically just a pigtail I had. That just powers up the controller. That's just 115 volt power, so there's the 115 volt power, and the neutral goes to here, but that's just the power to the control, is this wire. And then this other wire, this wire right here, goes to the it's another flat pigtail that I just split it in two, so it goes through the temperature controller, through the set of contacts on the temperature controller. And so I'm just taking a power wire, a black, and as you can see, the black comes from here, all the black comes in here, and this wire, this flat one, goes into the temperature controller, the set of contacts. When the set of contacts close, it sends power to the other side of the relay. So where you're just energizing the top two wires. This is a neutral. It's a 115 volt coil on here, so you always need a neutral on one side of the coil, kind of like a contactor on an air conditioner. You have the common always on one side, and then you're just, you know, bringing power to the other side of the contactor, the coil on the contactor. So I'm just going through the temperature control contacts. So they're just basically a set of contacts that just opens and closes. And so I energize the relay. Relay takes all the load. The current goes across the bottom of the bottom two is the set of contacts. Top is the coil. And that's it. And that's it, and that's how it is. And I just gotta wire tie this stuff up and get out of here. And you can see temperature controller, we can turn it on. And right now I have a 5 minute, I do a 5 minute protection. So I'm gonna go through the Inkbird. If you do your down and your up arrows, that'll give you your set point and your differential. So just for ease of, so anyway, so excuse me. So I got a 20 degree set point with a 17 degree differential. Top button is set point, bottom one is differential. That's just, it just tells you what's going on. To set or change parameters, you press the set button down for 3 seconds. Temperature set is TS. Hit it again, you can see it's 20, and you go up or down to, so C or F. C or F, that's, you know, whether it's C or F, whether you want it centigrade or Fahrenheit. I have it set for Fahrenheit because I'm in the USA. CA is calibration, PT is protection for compressor, P for pro, and T for tection. Anyways, 5-minute compressor protection. You can see beep blinking up there. That's the compressor protection going off. And DS is your differential setting. DS for differential setting. So differential setting is 17. So, and TS, it only has like 5 set points. That's all it does. And then to set all that stuff, you hit the top button, the power button. Okay, and you have to hit the power button to save everything. After you set, you can change the set points by hitting the S. But the power button is the final thing you do. You just hit it once, and it saves all the parameters that you've changed. So you have to do that, or you'll notice the settings won't be saved into the memory. And like I said, to do a double check, you do 20 degree, 17 degree set point, and that's just how you check what your set points are. But that light blinking it's calling for cooling. As you can see, the cool on the left side, but the light is blinking beside it. That means it's on anti-short cycle delay. ASD, that's the same thing on like a Johnson control, or Aramco I think has ASD too. Been a long time since I've seen Aramco. Been using the Johnson. And so that blinking light will go solid when it's done with its protection, the 5-minute compressor protection. So that's what I always set on all compressors, is a 5-minute, because you never know when the unit shuts off. Like on a prep table, especially in a busy restaurant, the unit compressor could shut off and the people could be opening the doors and loading it, and the temperature could go right back up again. And if it goes right back up, these little compressors won't restart. So it's a good thing, you know. 5 minutes isn't going to hurt anybody, you know. And it'll save compressors. Gives them a few minutes to equalize, and do a little air defrost, you know. So you always get a air defrost. You're always guaranteed a 5-minute air defrost. Hopefully this thing kicks on. It might not kick on for a few more minutes, I think. I've been recording this video right here for 2.5 minutes, and the other one should have been about 2.5 minutes, so right before this. So it should go on pretty soon here. There we go. That was a relay. You heard it click, I would think, and there we go. It's going. A little click out of that relay. I heard the click. Hopefully you guys did too. There's the light solid you see on the cool right there. And so I had the box off for about 10 or 15 minutes. So that's pretty cool how it stay with it here, just let it pull down. It pulls down pretty quick. It's only a 3-year-old refrigerator, so it should. That's the evaporator temperature, remember? Because I put the thermistor inside the evaporator. It slid in the hole that the normal analog temperature control capillary tube normally slides into the evaporator. The tube on this particular unit, on this turbo air, was big enough. I don't think the true tubes would be big enough. But this tube, they have the capillary tube, and the temperature control has a plastic tubing around it. So that's why they have to have the tube be extra big. Because they were trying to protect the capillary tubing probably from rubbing out. And also to give it a dampening effect. When they put a piece of plastic tubing over a temperature control sensing bulb, they're trying to dampen it so that it doesn't go on and off that often. So it doesn't short cycle, basically. So let's see what the temperature. We got a 35 degree evap. Let's see what the box temperature is. Oh, well, this floor is getting real hard. Oh man. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a blank screen over there. Let's see what we got. So we got a 42 degree box, basically 43, coming on 42. 42 degree box, and we have a 31 degree evap, so 10 degree diff across your evap. 31 evap, 42 box. Pretty cool for doing your TD on your coil. 30, 42, 12 degree. Anyways, I'm gonna clean up and get out of here. When we get closer to set point, maybe I'll try to get it on there. But all right, I'm gonna clean up. Okay, I have 21.2 degrees, 21 degrees on the controller. And we have a 35 degree box. So we're coming down. Just going to be shutting off at 20. Should shut off at 20 degrees. So 20.5. Shut off at 20.1, I noticed, and then it turns to 20. Here we go.
Your Postmates tablet is running low on battery. Please plug it in.
Okay. We're good to go. Let's shut off. Okay, sorry I didn't get the exact shut-off temperature, but it was somewhere around 34, 35. So, box temp, there's nothing in the box, so that's why temperature rises so freaking quick, because there's nothing to hold the cold. These prep tables can be kind of leaky sometimes, or all the time rather, with the lids and the containers and stuff. But anyways, okay, let me get out of here. Button this thing up. 28 on the control. Evap coming up. 37 in the box. So 20. It's supposed to come on at 30, 37. Probably because the box is empty. There's no product to make it come up slower. This is when the 5-minute compressor protection comes into play sometimes, because usually the temperature can rise up real quick, especially if you open a door and grab your tools or something out of it, or after it just shut off. It's 31. We're at 38. Alright, I'm out of here. Click like on the video and subscribe. Thanks, appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye. Okay. Got a turbo air, 3-door. MST-70. I don't know if that come out or I'll put it anyway. I'll put a picture up. I got a picture of it. Anyways, none of these doors close. I just talked to Turbo Air on the phone, and they said all 3 are supposed to close by themselves. None of these close. So, looks like we're going to need tension rods in all 3. We'll see. I'll take them off and see if they... I'm pretty sure they're busted though. Only 3 years old. A piece of junk. Okay, here's where the screws are. They take out for the top hinge. Let's check it out. Okay, if you're looking to take out these screws that are right here for the turbo air, it's quite a ways back. So what you want to do is you want to use something like this. You want to use a couple of extensions. So when you get in there, so you like to get in there, see that? It gets you out here so you can get on it real easy, and then they just come out like that, no problem. You're not fighting with them. So that's the way to go for here. Well, I talked to the tech support guy online on Anthony over at Turbo Air. Guy rocks. Door works now. He told me that it's pretty rare for all 3 of them to be broken at the same time, that somebody took off the doors and didn't put them back on for some reason. And I'm guessing that probably happened day 1. When whoever delivered it or whatever. But all you do is take the door off and just tension it, and I don't think they put it on the spring right or something. Whoever put it together or took the doors off or whatever. So it's a real bitch getting those screws back in the top when you load that hinge. It's a mother. This helps to do the final tightening. It's 8mm. It's 8mm. And this helps, and a screwdriver. If you have a long one, that's get you out there. But I think it's fixed, man. That's rocking. That's working. Like 3 times. That's good. I think they just never loaded the hinges. It's a real bitch. Those things are strong. Loading that hinge back. So, all right, cool. That one's fixed. Now to do the other 2, hopefully they're okay. Okay, looks like it's the same deal with the right door. I just took the 2 top screws out and preloaded the hinge just like a 1/4 of a turn. And that's what was never done, because somebody took the door off and goes, screw this, because it's a pain in the rear to put the hinge back on. Anybody got any tricks? I mean, I did it. It wasn't terrible, but it was pretty terrible. It was like, anyways. So, must be a better trick to, anyways. But Yeah, working good. Repeatability. Probably open and close it about 8 times, so good to go. That's the left one and the right one. There, left one. Good to go. Rock and roll. Okay, hopefully the right door is fixed. Okay, worked 3 times. We'll see. Hopefully. Okay, so far so good. Left one. Middle one. Right one. Okay, rock and roll. Okay. Doing a little bit of condenser cleaning on this thing too. The same turbo air. Just the air seemed a little hot coming off of it. I think she could use a good cleaning. And I can't remember the last time I cleaned it. It's been too long. So, let's see how we're doing. She's falling back here a bit too. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I think it was dirty. Sure felt like it. Yeah. Definitely needed some cleaning. Thick condenser. 1, 2, 4 passes. That's pretty thick. Okay, hopefully that's a bit cleaner now. We'll see. Okay. Got the Testo app open here. We got here. Okay, top number is the hot gas line. Liquid line is the second number. Ambient is 74. Here's my 905. So we're better. I just cleaned the condenser, and air coming off of it. It's quite a bit cooler. It's warm air. I like warm. It was hot coming off, so told me condenser was plugged. Was a little bit. So you can refer to the video. I ran it yesterday. We had about 175 discharge, and we had 30 over ambient. So we're only 20 over ambient now. 74, 84, 94 on our liquid line. So our liquid line was running with a dirty condenser, a little bit dirty, 20 degrees, 30. It was running 30 degrees over ambient. Now it's only running 20 degrees over ambient, and the air coming off it's a lot cooler. So unit's been running for probably I have to check my phone, but about 3 minutes probably, maybe 3.5 minutes. And got 34 degrees in the box, 35. So we got 23 on our controller. 34. Okay. That's a good box, 34 degrees. Don't need to colder than that. Real-time temperature pull down. 37.9 in the box right now. That's what the unit out here too. Okay, you gotta don't push it in this hole. It's dying in here. It's overheating. You need to give this thing some ventilation. Either cut holes in the wall here, or the side, or the back, or something. Or just don't shove it under this counter. Just pull it out, because this thing needs more air. Remember, cold air in on this side, and the hot air goes out right there. So cold air in there, out, hot air out there. I'm leaving that panel off to keep it cooler. Warm air, just warm air should be coming out, not hot. I cleaned a condenser, made a huge difference. Okay. 36.7, 36.6, 30 degree evaporator. This is the way the refrigerator needs to sit. It needs to have an airspace in here for the hot air to rise out of here. Otherwise, the hot air just gets contained in there, and that's not good. You'll kill the unit. So you need to do it like that. So the cold air can go in here, and the hot air can rise out. That's going to be your best way to run it. And you could have a little tray or something if you need a little area here or something, but you need to have the most of the area open so the hot air can come out. Okay, thanks.